The No Show. I'm Billy Rebel, the yoga guy. Today I got 10 things most new students do. We're all new at some point. We all do these things. 10 rookie mistakes. Avoid these 10 things. First one, I'll tell you right off the bat, is wear perfume, essential oils, patchouli. These are no particular order, but 10 things to avoid as a new person. So first one, being late to class. First, if you're late, you're going to have anxiety. You're not going to feel good about what's going on. You never know. They might have like a waiver for you to fill out. You might have to know where to put your shoes and your stuff. You want to go in nice and calm. So get there a couple minutes early. Even if you've pre-registered online, which you should do, get there a little bit early. You know, you don't be rolling in last minute. Maybe they lock the doors. Maybe you get there 2 seconds late. You drove all the way across town, the door's locked, and you're shit out of luck. So, another thing, rookie mistake, and this is kind of an interesting one, listening to your friend's advice. Comment below if you've ever told your friend, hey, you gotta come to yoga. Come to yoga, right?
You could come with me.
Yeah, good luck with that. So, but if you listen to your friends, so if your friend comes to the studio, right, and they're gonna be like, oh, you gotta come, you know, Steve's the teacher, it's gonna be great, you're gonna go here, so we're gonna set up in the back, right? And so he's gonna be demonstrating in the middle, and when you get there, we're gonna do this, and they're gonna try to coach you all the way through it, because they love you and they want you to be successful and they want you to be happy. But in reality, it's good for them to have their own experiences. So if you invite a friend to the studio, say, yeah, it's going to be hot, we're going to sweat, we're going to have some fun. But then let the teacher and let the studio, because they're pros, we're pros, this is what I do every day, all day for a long time. You know, let us handle the new students so they can have the best possible experience. You know, I've been doing this for over a decade, live stream every day, teaching yoga, Pilates, and a lot of new students. And I made these mistakes, you know, when I first started, except for the perfume one, but that's a personal preference. The next one on my list, because I got a list, is actually the perfume one. You know, if you think about it, you get, oh, I don't want to smell, I don't want to sweat, so I'm going to cover up the sweat smell with perfume. But if you go into the hot room, even if it's not a hot room, even if it's like normal room temperature room, any room you're in is room temperature, but if it's an elevated temperature room, then any perfume mixed with your sweat, that's going to be a different scent. It's going to permeate the room even more, like a humid air and perfume. So for you and those around you, you know, peppermint oil, like whatever you might think, your little Axe body spray, your little, yeah, you might want to skip that and avoid that. Another thing, as a new student, we all have a tendency to want to go in the back row. Like as a new student, it's implied in some places like there's a hierarchy. Like if you're really good at yoga or Pilates or jazzercise or whatever you're doing, you go in the front. And if you're new, you go in the back. And there's some truth to that, but there's a sweet spot, I think. In my studio, there's 3 rows. At teacher training, it's like 10 rows. You can't even, so if there's 3 rows, here's what I suggest. If you go in the back, it's kind of hard to see in the mirrors. If there's mirrors at the place, and you want to be able to see yourself in the mirrors for a sundry of reasons, the whole another episode on that. So the back is not the best choice. The front row is not the best choice either. It's great because you can see yourself, but if you're a visual learner, you can't really see what's going on, or like the people around you. So it's a sweet spot. If you get 3 rows, go in the middle row. Go in the middle row. If you're at a studio and there's only 2 rows, what are you going to do? You're going to be in the back row. It's the second row, there's only 2 rows. So you do the math how many rows, but find the sweet spot. Where can you see yourself? Where can you see what's going on? Set yourself up for success. The next one is rolling in to a yoga studio and maybe not informing the teacher if you got something going on with your body. I see it all the time. People come in, they say, oh, Billy, I was out gardening over the weekend and my back hurts, so if you see me doing my own thing, and I'm like,
that's inappropriate! That's inexcusable!
Light bulb moment. I'm a professional yoga teacher and you're a real estate agent. Like, tell me that your back hurts and let me help you with these postures. It's the light bulb moment. It's the new thing. Right, yeah. Be confident. You have to be confident in the place you're going, and that should be fundamental. If you have a studio and you're confident as teachers, you're confident in the styles and the modalities and the philosophy and what they're doing, if you're confident in all that, like, share with your teacher that you jacked up your knee. They're going to tell you what to do in a mountain climber or whatever that you're possibly doing. But you're going to believe in your teachers. Yeah. Another thing, this one's for the fellas, the new fellas. out there doing yoga or Pilates, don't wear loose shorts that don't have a liner. That's a quick one, simple one. Been there, done that. Goes without explaining. You need a liner. Second thing, try to avoid, if you can, bringing your keys and your phone into class with you next to your mat. Going back to one, don't be late, because in my studio, I lock the door, because most people leave their stuff outside so everything's safe and secure. Because if you bring your stuff in with your mat, one, your phone is right there, and whenever you can see your phone in your periphery, you're like, yeah, hey look, that's the thumbnail. I've been working on it. That's the thumbnail for this episode. 10 big first class fails and fixes. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Just getting the channel started. Comment below along the way if you can think of more. Yeah, so if your keys, your phone, you're thinking about your phone. See, I just get distracted just thinking about my phone. So if your phone is there, it's going to be an automatic mental distraction, even if you don't pick it up in your keys. I tell you what, there's no chance in the world you can, in savasana at the end of class when everybody's quiet and meditating and you want to split, you can't like elegantly pick up your keys without all hell breaking loose. This is the proven fact. I think somebody did a study somewhere, or I read a book on it. Yeah, so if you leave your keys and your phone just out in the lobby, you got 1 hour, you got 90 minutes, you got 10 seconds for yourself. Just take a break from that.
After these messages, we'll be right back. 1, 2, 3, into the phone. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the.
It's like this and like that and like this and It's like that and like this and like that and It's like this and like that and like this and
Dre creep to the mic like a.
Here's another rookie mistake, is using a really big thick mat. If you're taking a mat Pilates class and you're gonna be on the floor, that's really great. If you're elderly and the place that you're taking class has is a really hard surface, like my place, you might want a thicker mat for some of the stuff you're gonna do on the floor. But if you think about like a thick mat and a thin mat, when you're trying to balance and work, a thick mat, that's gonna be like a sponge underneath your foot. And there's all sorts of like wobbly stuff you don't need happening. It's not to your advantage. Like a thin mat is gonna be way more like contact with the ground. Like I want the bottom of my foot when I'm doing yoga to be in as close to the contact of the earth as I can. So I go like foot, towel, mat, floor, concrete, earth, and I'm in it. So don't use a really thick mat. It's gonna really challenge your balance. Next one is water. A lot of studios, a lot of teachers talk about water in class. They preach about water. They're thinking about, so we're gonna have water at this time, we're not gonna have water at this time, do this with your water, and do this. Here's what my teacher taught me, and I tell to all my students, this is my thing. If you're thirsty, drink your water. So if you're feeling thirst, that's a symptom of dehydration. You don't want to be dehydrated and get headaches and slurred speech and muscle cramps and all that. So if you're feeling thirst, drink your water. If there's a rule at the studio about you can't drink water until this point, or you should drink water at this point, respectfully don't do any of that. And if you're thirsty, drink your water and take care of yourself. Yoga is the mind-body connection, right? Your body's telling you, hey, I'm thirsty, and you have to use your mind to say, oh, thank you, body, for informing me of this. I'm going to drink my water. Not use your mind to say, I'm going to follow the studio rule of doing that water thing. Because water can be an obsession.
I need it.
Some people want to take class, even a hot class, and say, I'm not going to have water in class.
I need it.
So they're thinking about, I'm not having water in class.
I need it.
I'm doing great. I don't have water in class. And they obsess the whole class about not having water. And some people obsess about, I have to have water.
I need it.
I'm so thirsty, right? I have to have water.
I need it.
Either way, it's an obsession that has nothing to do with yoga. So have water. At my studio, you need 3 things: a mat, towel, and a water. Always mat, towel, and a water. You don't have to drink your water, only if you're thirsty. And if you're thirsty, you drink your water. And you know what? In my studio, drinking water is not even an issue. People are just taking care of themselves, hydrating, doing what they need to do in any given moment so they're successful. Next thing, and it happens to be the last thing, when you have your mat and your towel and one of your weight mat fabric ones, some of these go in the washer or in the dryer, and when it goes in the dryer, there's static cling. And your mat, like you might go outside with it to lay on the grass, you might roll it up on the arm of the sofa and like grab it quickly on your way out, not knowing. Like before you go into class and go fa-boosh, yoga etiquette, don't go ba-boosh and go out like a maniac with your big snappy yoga mat. What are we doing? Elegantly put your yoga mat down like a proper yogi. You know, this is a dojo, this is a yoga center. Take your shoes off, put your mat down, be nice about it, leave your phone out there. Or if you roll out your mat from the dryer, your little thong number shoots out your panties, shoot across the ground. It's terrifying. You're never gonna go back to that class. It's happened before. I've had thousands of students, believe me. I've been standing right there, they roll out their towel. You're lucky if it's a lint dryer sheet. That's to be a great day if that happens. So anyhow, comment below. What do you got? That was for 10 things. Rookie mistakes. There's a lot more. We're all rookies. You're going to go with the flow. Comment below. If you got ideas, please like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time.